walking like revenge, feeling like a 10, the best I ever been.
Hello, I'm Danielle of Mona Lisa Smiles, and you can all call me Dee. You're watching Curvy Chronicles. This week on Curvy Chronicles, we're going to be talking about how to completely measure yourself for a corset. Now, we did touch on this a little bit last week, and I'll link that video in the description box down below with the simple measuring guide. The simple measuring guide will be perfect for most of your corset purchases, but if you want to make sure that you have a perfect fit for your body type, keep watching. Just a few quick things about taking your measurements. When you first start taking your measurements, it's really important that you hold the measuring tape snug to your body. You want it to be snug but not tight because you don't actually want it to cut into you in any place that you're measuring. It's also really important that you keep your measuring tape flat and parallel to the floor. It can be really helpful when you first start measuring if you have a friend or a mirror that you can watch and make sure that everything is sitting where it should be as you are taking your measurements. And as always, just for accuracy, make sure you measure 2 to 3 times just so you're getting the right numbers. The first measurement we're going to be taking is our bust measurement. Now, the bust measurement is especially important if you are a little curvier on top or maybe a little bit heavier. You want to make sure that everything is well supported and holds really nicely without actually spilling over the cup of the corset. So to measure your bust, you are going to place your measuring tape around the fullest part of your bust. Again, you want to make sure that things are snug but not tight and sitting nice and flat and parallel. So around the fullest part of my bust, and measuring tape is snug, but you can see it's not tight, it's not cutting into me anywhere. The next measurement that we're going to be taking is the underbust measurement. Now this one should be taken just under the breast tissue, where your bra would normally sit. This measurement is especially important for a snug, comfortable fit on the ribs, and if you have a little bit of a broader back, you really want to make sure that you're getting that number correct. So again, we're going to take our measuring tape, make sure it stays nice and flat, and we're just going to hold it up under where your bra would normally sit. Make sure you're getting it right under there. And again, nice and snug but not tight. It's not cutting into me anywhere, but it's sitting comfortably, and this will give you a really accurate reading. Next, we have the most important measurement when it comes to measuring yourself for a corset, and that is your waist measurement. Now, your waist measurement is going to tell you exactly which size corset you should be ordering. Now, on average, with a steel-boned corset, it will give you 4 to 5 inches of waist reduction. So you're going to want to order 4 to 5 inches smaller than your natural waist size. So to get your waist measurement, you're going to go to the smallest part of your waist. Typically, this is about in and around the belly button area, but it does change from person to person. If you want to be doubly sure, when you stand and just bend, the place you naturally bend at the side is where your waist is. So again, I'm just going to take my measuring tape, make sure it's laying flat and I don't have any wrinkles or bulges or bunches in the tape. And you're going to hold it snug but not tight to your waist. So there you go. That would be your waist measurement. Next, we have to measure the high hip, or the iliac crest. To find this, you're going to prod your hips and find the space just above your hip bone. So mine is about here. So what you're going to do is take your measuring tape, ensuring that it is parallel to the floor, and just measure around that point. It's really important with this measurement that you don't want to get any of your bottom in that measurement. You want to focus specifically on your hips. Of course, it's not going to sit on your bum. Again, your measuring tape should be snug but not tight. You want to make sure it's not cutting into you and should be sitting flat. So there we go. This is the measurement you're looking for here. This measurement is really, really important if you're looking for a hip corset that's going to sit over your hip, like the Curvella, or if you are a little bit curvier in the hip and want to make sure that your corset is not going to place any additional pressure or squish your hips when you start to tighten it. The last measurement we need is the torso length measurement. Now, this measurement is essential to tell you which length corset you should be looking at, and whether or not you should be deciding to purchase a long line corset or a standard length corset. Now, it is really important to mention that it doesn't really matter about your height as far as your torso length goes. Someone who is shorter can still have the same length torso as someone who is taller, and vice versa. It really is important that we take this measurement because it is the only way to correctly determine whether or not you should be purchasing something that will give you a little bit of extra length. Now, the very last measurement you're going to be looking for is your torso measurement. Now, the torso measurement can sometimes be a little bit tricky if you are plus sized and have a bit of a tummy, like myself. The easiest way to find this measurement for anyone who does have a bit of a tummy is to find the bottom center of your breast, so bottom center, and measure straight down to the top of your thigh. This will give you your torso measurement. Now, I would recommend taking one measurement right against your skin, and then again, if you do have a little bit of a belly, just same measurement but hold measuring tape a little bit away from your torso. So just a little bit away, so that you can see if you get the same measurement in both places. If you have any questions about sizing or would like to talk to somebody, I'll put a link to True Corset's website in the description box down below. You can definitely go onto the website for a one-on-one sizing consultation. As always, like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell down below so you don't miss out on anything Curvy Chronicles. Thank you so much for watching.